Hello everyone and welcome to another episode of Urza Colonizes Rimworld. We've got some problems here, but that's typical in this game. We actually have all three people with a minor break risk. We have Smugs here, who's currently in ill health, recovering from his food poisoning. Also, he has a variety of injuries, currently laid up in bed, although I think he can actually do stuff right now. He's just kind of resting right now. The lady, in addition to her artery blockage, she's improving, but her mood is just kind of poor right now. Yeah, it's an unsightly environment and an awful barrack. I mean, it certainly doesn't help that Smugs' vomit is sitting right here. Where does it say what it is? Yeah, vomit of Smugs times 3 down there in the corner. 3 stacks of throw up just sitting there. And BK, you have also an awful barrack, and you're hungry. But I mean, eventually you'll wake up and eat. But yeah, these moods are are temporary problems. Smugs, on the other hand, is in intense pain, and you're recreation deprived. In addition to being hungry in an awful barrack, unsightly environment, yeah, you're kind of not great. So in addition to just generally improving people's mood, what do we need to do as far as work around here? Well, thankfully the food situation is in pretty good shape. These need to be hauled away before they continue deteriorating. We're still deconstructing all of this stone floor here and then bringing the blocks over into our living area and actually repaving the floor. Apart from that, I don't think we have any super major pressing problems other than just general mood improvement. We're right now researching windmill generator, that's right, because we wanted to try to get better sources of power than this inconsistent wind turbine. The current flow is just kind of going to be what it is. There's some berry bushes there we can harvest. We'll go ahead and do that. Also, this cactus we can chop down for a little bit of wood. Wood is still a pretty big problem. And that is really starting to annoy me, so I'm going to remove these plan cubes. There we go. Oh, that's just flake. Okay. At least the dog's doing okay. Dogs don't have mood, they just have food and rest needs. And he's hungry, he's going to go eat something at some point. Your moving is very poor, your eating is very poor. Blood filtration is weakened, manipulation is poor. Yeah, I can put you to work, but you're not going to work very well because of how bad your health is. A friendly AI has sent us a message. So this is a message you get a couple of days into the game all the time. And it basically is another alternate victory condition. If we can form a caravan and make it all the way across the world to here, we can win the game. Obviously, that's kind of a long way from our current location here. Literally across the world. So we're probably not going to do that. Although at some point I might want to try doing it. I've never actually done it. I've not done much with the whole caravanning on the world map myself either. You need to form like pack animals if you want to actually carry stuff anywhere. Because vehicles, I guess, are not the thing in this game. There are, I've never heard of any. Oh, you're just playing around. Why don't you stop that and like prioritize this hauling? And this blood stain eventually is going to get cleaned up, as will this puke stain that's kind of sitting there. Okay, I'm going to actually go to this growing zone 1 and disallow sowing. Rice is very labor intensive, so I think once this all cleans up, we're going to replace it with potatoes or something along those lines. So we have a transport pod crash. A bounty hunter. So what? So he's really good at shooting in melee and medical. He's pretty sickly. That's kind of worrisome. And you're a teetotaler. You're capable of crafting or cleaning. Sure, we could, I mean, a good military guy is certainly someone we can use. Why has this not been hauled in? I'm not sure. Oh, I know. This is what one of the raiders dropped when we killed them. Okay, great. So what we're going to need to do before we pick that guy up is we're going to very quickly build a bed. Not out of wood. We'll make it out of sandstone, sure. Although we have like no stone blocks. We do have one. Alright, you know what? Screw it. We're actually going to take the take this normal quality bed and we're going to... Actually, we're not even going to do that. We're not going to... We don't need to build a bed. We can just use this sleeping spot, I think. And we do need to build a door, though. And we don't have 25 sandstone blocks. What a shame. I guess a wood door will have to do. I could make a steel door, though. 25 steel out of how many? We have 356? Sure. We'll use the steel. The door to the prison cell ought to be more sturdy than just wood. And who's our construction person? Darth would be best at it. Prioritize working on that. Post haste. And the lady apparently took it upon herself to wear this flak jacket. Reduces her move speed, but it is pretty good armor. And you're the meleeer, so yeah, that's... Armor's probably important for you. Okay, great. Now we can designate this for prisoners. We're going to capture you. You have a gunshot wound and some cracked bones. That's not bad. Okay, it doesn't have like any permanent disabilities. Not to be ableist or anything, but if you have permanent disabilities, it kind of makes it difficult to get work done, and getting work done is kind of important. Okay, so lots of rice being harvested. That's good. Okay, so we've got him in here in our cell. He didn't actually do anything wrong, but we have to like formally recruit him if we want him to join the colony. So we're going to go to the prisoner tab and we're going to say recruit. Pretty low difficulty. He does get food, and we'll give him herbal medicine or worse. Resistance remaining 15. I'm not sure what that means. I think that's a new number. That didn't appear in previous versions. So whoever the warden is... Wow, we suck at wardening. Currently Darth BK. Eventually he's going to get around to trying to recruit him. And the lady is taking some medicine and tending to his wounds. Very good. Getting that all bandaged up. Okay, so he'll get better soon. Lots of rice harvesting happening. And BK is going over to continue Oh no, you're hauling the granite blocks. Okay, I can handle that. And you're deconstructing some of these granite blocks. Well, at least you're doing 2 at a time and not 1 at a time. That's good. Minor breakers, probably... No, Aladian. What's your problem? Awful barrack, unsightly environment. Yeah, it's a work in progress, I know. Anyway, the wardening is happening. We'll see what the chance is of him actually getting recruited when this goes through. Low mood, low opinion. His resistance only went down a little bit. Oh, okay. We'd have to like gradually reduce his resistance. Darkness, hungry, intense pain. Awful prison cell. Sweaty, slept on ground. Yeah, it's not ideal. We can at least get you a lamp so you're not in the dark. That's probably the least we can do. Smugs is fully healed. Excellent. You're going to relax socially. I mean, your recreation is super low, so... Having 3 recreation types is record. So we already have dexterity play and social interaction. Solitary relaxation and chemical consumption. So what we can do if we want to expand our horizons as far as recreation is we can build like a chess table, which I'd probably want to do out of stone rather than wood, but yeah, we don't actually have the material. We're so short on material. We have just these 19 sandstone blocks. So sandstone is this. There's some sandstone around. Okay, let's haul these and these. Get them over into our little stockpile zone. Smugs is just going for a walk. I mean, this is all fun and games, but I mean, we do kind of need you to do some work. Prioritize cutting stone blocks. Do it now! Do it! Yeah, I'll probably wake up the other people sleeping in the same room, but okay. I mean, we really need these stone blocks. Oh, a dry thunderstorm. That's going to be problematic because that lightning can start fires. Clear prioritized work. I'm still going to do it though. Yeah, there's some fires. But we live in a desert, so it's not like there's going to be any forest fires or anything. As long as it doesn't like strike the base and start burning the walls down. Of course, now that I say that, that's probably exactly what's going to happen, but until it does, we're okay with this. More wardening happening, more lightning bolts happening. This fire is going to eventually fizzle out. Now, we will get alerted to fire if there's any in the home area. Like, for example, to demonstrate, if I take the if I actually put this in the home area, all of a sudden it goes, whoa, there's a fire! But, yeah, it only super alerts people if there's actually, like, the base is on fire. And the Ladian is very slowly building this end table. Good quality. And now we're going back to working on the floor. Actually, let's go ahead and haul these. Prioritize hauling granite chunks. And they're going to get hauled into the storage areas, because it's really inefficient to have to walk all the way there and back and there and back and there and back. Wow, this rice is like going to go bad. We need to prioritize hauling. More hauling! Actually, you can continue to... No, don't continue to craft. Just haul. Top priority hauling, right now. All the hauling. Actually, why don't you drop that in... this fire is a little worrisome. It's a little close to home, but it'll burn out, we hope. In the meantime, somebody was traveling by. Not sure where they are. More fire over there. Oh, there he is. We're equipped with a poor quality auto pistol. You're really good at melee, really good at animals, pretty good socially. Your shooting skill kind of sucks, though. I mean, I guess I could try to capture her, but I'm not super thrilled with that idea. We don't have anyone really good at crafting, though, do we? No, we don't. Oh, we can't arrest because we need another prisoner bed. Okay. Furniture, we'll build another... We'll designate more technically. We're not actually building it. We want another sleeping spot. She's probably going to escape before we can actually arrest her, though. Okay. Well, that was kind of a waste, but I'm not sure we have the infrastructure to support another person right now anyway. Meanwhile, you're wardening. And the floor is very slowly beginning to get done. You'll never do cleaning. And we have a food problem right now, so Dorothy's going to start cooking. But why don't you... Can somebody please clean this vomit? I'm tired of looking at it. Thank you. Now just more general cleaning. Yeah, now you're hauling the rice. That's good. Again, we're going to want individual bedrooms at some point. We'll probably build, like... somewhere. Where would we want to put like a set of bedrooms? Over here maybe? In this general area? A bunch of rooms for our colonists to sleep in. And hauling is happening, that's good. Sometimes you just... the hauling jobs just kind of queue up and you need to elevate their priority so things actually get done. Because otherwise you can get trapped in this cycle of one thing gets hauled, then all of a sudden you can do another job, so you go to do that job. Then you can't do it anymore, so you have to haul, and you haul one thing. It's better to just do a bunch of hauling and get ahead of the hauling, and then do the other job that requires the hauling, rather than trying to switch all the time. Smugs is going to play some horseshoes in the middle of the night. And haul some sandstone. Okay, I'm reducing your hauling priority. Because I would like to actually craft some stone blocks at some point. So we're up to 20 of the slate and 19 of the sandstone right now. And Lydian's up and she's getting some food before chopping that down. Okay, so we're moving at quick speed. People are just kind of running around getting work done. Dogs eating some of our rice, which is like okay, I guess. More floors getting done. And this is still this long-standing deconstruction job, which is kind of slow going. Okay, some more smoke leaf is being harvested and brought inside. At some point we'll need to like build a... Actually, let's... Now that I'm thinking about it, we need to build a crafting spot. Make smoke leaf joints. Requires cooking, workaround 8, requires 4 smoke leaves. So eventually these leaves will turn into joints. And we're finally almost finished paving the floor of this room. We'll do 20 more blocks worth, and then we'll switch back to sandstone. Your mood is low, which is why you're... hideous environment. Unbearably grotesque. I mean, the battery's not exactly good to look at. Beauty here minus 4.9, yeah. Also, you're in minor pain, you're sweaty, and it's an awful prison swell left in the heat on the ground. Yeah, the least we can do is probably find a way to get him a bed. We do have 157 granite blocks, so let's go ahead and build a bed. I mean, the other stuff he's asking for is going to be hard to do because, I mean, it's a prison cell. It's not going to be pretty. We're not going to air condition it. But we should actually build you a bed. That seems like a minimum standard. Minor break Ristoladian, what is your problem? You are drowsy and you're in an unsettling environment. Okay. Yeah, minor break risks aren't super worried. Like, the worst they'll do is they'll like walk around on a daze or sulk for a little while. Like, the more extreme break risks, they'll like get a gun and start shooting up the joint, which is obviously not what you want to have happen. Because then other people will get cranky because they're being shot at, and then they might go on shooting sprees, and you have this sort of cascade failure. It doesn't quite reach Dwarf Fortress levels of of tantrum spiraling, but once somebody goes off, once somebody breaks and they go off the deep end, things aren't good. Even if the other people don't like fail their morale checks immediately, you still have the whole issue of somebody's running around with a gun on the loose, and you got to do something about it. Okay, so more rice harvesting happening. I'm a little worried about how much food the dog is eating, but at least they're hauling stuff once in a while. Oh, actually, that reminds me. We need to set your pathing to unrestricted so you will actually haul some stuff. There we go. We're bringing the corn in. Okay, can we hunt the emu now? And Smugs still has the... Oh, we got some more smoke leaf joints being created. Smugs, you still have the gun? Yes, you do. Okay. So eventually you're going to decide to stop playing horseshoes and start hunting this elk that's running around our garden. There we go. Oh, for God's sake, Smugs. Alright, what you're going to do is you're going to go over here. There you go. Start shooting. Well, you hit it in the head and the foot already. And the body. So he's going to die in 5 hours. Back inside. Or you can run. That's actually not a bad strategy, given he's probably limping. There we go. So many gunshot wounds. Emu Revenge. Yeah, we already did that. Now there's a bunch of blood sitting here, which I'm not thrilled with. I think that's inside of our home area, though, so it will get cleaned. There we go. Now it'll get cleaned. You'll never do cleaning. Can we clean up some of this blood that's sitting around? Like, why is somebody bleeding on our bridge? There we go. Do some cleaning. Cleaning. Now back to smoke leaf joints. We're going to disallow sewing. Actually, no, we're not. So hopefully you're getting some skill from all this, Oh, not really. I mean, we just kind of suck at crafting in general, which is why stuff is taking so long. I get it. How are we doing in terms of cooking? What? Oh, actually, I shouldn't have paused that. Details. Now that we have 4 people rather than 3, we should increase this to 30 meals and 15. And we have a crap ton of corn to cook up. Major break risk. Alright, Liladian, what is your problem? Awful barrack, unsightly environment. Okay. Darkness, unsightly environment. Well, he shouldn't be in the darkness for long. There you go. Okay, we're going to delete this. We're going to reinstall it. Okay, well, at least you have a bed. So you should be a little bit less cranky. Minor pain, hideous environment's the real killer here. Unbearably grotesque. I can't look at this anymore. Yeah, well, what are you gonna do? So everyone's going back to bed, and we're recycled. We resowed the corn, so we're gonna have more corn later. Smugs is going back to smoke leaf rolling. Okay, actually, while I'm thinking about this, floors, sandstone, granite. So granite flagstone. Get that little pathway happening. I really want to research auto doors if we can do that. Yeah, we can. Maybe after the windmill generator. Or the watermill generator. Because we're losing a lot of time walking through these doors. Alright, we're going to suspend this. Actually, we're going to unsuspend it. We're almost done. We'll go ahead and finish it off. Wow, it's 100 degrees outside. And 101 degrees inside here. Okay, fine. If you insist, I'll put an air conditioner in. Oh, you're escaping. Oh, no you don't. Yeah, I probably should have seen that coming when I just knocked the wall out of his prison away. Right, I can't do it because I need to, like, fix the prison. Okay, so for now, we're gonna... Oh, gosh, where's the furniture sleeping spot? There you go, The dining room is now your prison room. For prisoners, so you have to designate it first. Now, please, go ahead and try to arrest him. At least this prison won't be as offensive as the other one. Why am I putting the wrong button? There we go. Actually, we're going to go ahead and reinstall this over here. I'm actually kind of okay with him using the dining room as his prison room for the time being. At least it's not unbearably hideous and is a vaguely reasonable temperature. Because it's right next to the freezer. Which is struggling keeping things at frozen. It's 104 outside. So now the environment is merely unsightly. Okay, I know we can bump this up a little bit more by building some more plant pot. Not a wooden one. How about a sandstone? But we don't have enough. How about granite? Okay, meanwhile, this air conditioner over here is getting built. And you're gonna plant it. Okay, great. Great, now you're hauling the bed. I was just wondering, just please, somebody haul the bed. Okay, your health is eventually going to get better. You're not hungry anymore. Okay, so your mood is actually vaguely decent. And you have a spacious interior. I don't know if my colonists will actually use this dining room as a dining room when it's a prison cell. It's an interesting question. Eventually, I'm gonna want to build like a proper prison cell. Yeah, you're not gonna eat at the table like everyone else. But he should be at least easier to tame. So we want granite walls or sandstone walls, one of the two. Actually, right now we'll just make sandstone blocks. Oh no, we're running out of electricity. Because there's no wind happening. Oh, and it makes the food's gonna go bad. Oh no. Damn it, Smugs, I need you to do some research. So we can build this windmill generator. Actually, we'll turn this air conditioner off completely so it's not using power that we might need for other stuff. Oh my god, all our meat is going to go bad soon. Yeah, the refrigerator is not much of a refrigerator anymore, which is a shame. And the electric stoves aren't going to be able to cook anything. Oh, it's just all kinds of nasty not having. Oh, the Ladian is doing research now because she's out of other stuff to do. Interesting. Oh wow, look at all of this that needs to be hauled. But you'll never do hauling. Smugs, please haul some of this stuff. And your intellectual skill is utter beginner. This might be a while. Oh, it's raining. Look at that. At least the refrigerator's working again. Minor break risks. Smugs is probably going to go research. There he goes. At least he's good at it. $700 isn't that much, so in the not too distant future, we will actually have windmill generators or watermill generators, and so we won't have a sudden food crisis because the freezer went bad. This is remaining 11.2. Okay, so this is finished up. We should now replace this with a potato plant. These all can be harvested, these berry bushes. Oh my God in heaven, what's this? The refrigerator broke down. No, 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 no. Darth BK, what are you doing? Where are you? You're hauling wood. I mean, that's kind of important, but what you really need to be doing is fixing this. Post haste. Need components. Do we not have any components? We do have components. What's the problem? Well, part of the problem is that you're doing it, so you're not going to be able to. Yeah, you go back to researching. We're going to need that research. Come on, fix it, fix it, fix it. Okay, so now this will get cold once again. We hope. Now the fine meal requires min cooking 6. And we still are only at cooking 5, which is unfortunate. Well, your resistance is lowering more quickly because you're not in a terrible mood. And how close are we to getting that cooking skill that we need? We're pretty close. And because of the way I set these bills up, this fine meal will start triggering as soon as somebody has the skill to do it. Since I'm thinking about light, we should probably put a lamp in here so the kitchen isn't a complete dungeon at night. Lack of light probably affects the speed of work, too. Plant those potato plants. So we're feeding, more chatting. Okay, well, we've stabilized the stone situation for now. Getting everyone individual bedrooms is probably the next step here. So that being the case, why don't we get on sandstone wall? Four, 5. All electrical devices are shutting down in about a day. Oh my God, the food's all gonna go bad. Okay. That's unfortunate. So we'll build these here, and we'll build structure, doors, wooden door. So we'll go for 5x5 bedrooms. Or actually, we can even do better than that. We want to cancel all of this. Actually, we'll build it up to here. Like so. We got some very rich soil there, which I don't want to disturb. Yeah, sure. This kind of offends my sense of balance, but it is what it is. Minor break risk, yeah. That sounds like something you would have, a kind of problem. So these rooms very slowly starting to get built. And my meat is going to go bad very quickly. The veggies will last longer, but the meat will go bad quick. Lasted 9 hours. Yeah, it said it will go, or should rather, go away in about a day, so by morning, hopefully we'll have electricity back. Oh, there we go. Wow, it's like the world is conspiring to make our refrigerator go kaput. Major break risk. What is the problem? Awful barrack, darkness, unsightly environment, soaking wet. Well, maybe if you didn't go swimming in the river, you wouldn't be soaking wet. So now that we have our first bedroom finished, we can go ahead and start moving people over there. Some potted plants can go a long way to helping with the beauty of the room. Oh, we're actually going to need some more power conduit. Oh, waterproof conduit. I didn't know that was a thing. So that's how you get power under shallow water. Nifty. And the furniture lights. So on food, we're doing... currently have 20 meals, yeah, which is the trigger point to stop. No, it's 30 now, isn't it? Yeah, 30 now. Are we out of sandstone blocks? Kinda, actually. We do have making sandstone as a build here, but right now we're working on the more time-sensitive watermill generator research. And Smugs is just vomiting on the floor next to him. He's so focused on his work. More cooking, we're running around planting and building. You've decided to stop researching so you can go eat dinner. That makes sense. Except you won't eat because of the whole prisoner thing. We've turned the dining room into a makeshift prison. But once another one of these rooms is finished, we can actually move him in there. Because all these dinners we're eating without a table is depressing our mood. Wow, you're in intense pain. Major food poisoning. Yikes. Now, is this a new instance? So this is the same food poisoning or a new instance? Probably the same one and it's just coming back. Wow, food poisoning really is awful. Need colonist beds. Yeah, I know. It's just we're just putting this one in here. There we go. Please prioritize building this power conduit. There we go. Now the lights can come on. Actually, we're also going to need a cooler. So, what's temperature cooler? Actually, we'll wait till these are all finished before we start playing with that. We are going to need a little bit more conduit, though, I think. Those coolers can't just be stuck anywhere. And you're moving food around and eating. Well, this has been a pretty slow episode as far as like nasty stuff happening. We got a solar flare. We're not getting like any raids, no wild animals, nothing like that. It's pretty sedate, and it's letting me just sort of build some things for a change. I'm annoyed that this prisoner hasn't joined us yet, but his resistance is down to 4.8. More wardening. Come on, get him to join us. His resistance is dropping by 1 point per attempt. And we are harvesting another load of smoke leaf. We probably don't need more smoke leaf, though. Not clear what else we could plant in its place, so I guess we might as well. Ding, 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 ding. All these people floating into minor break risk region. Okay, so our deconstruction project is finished. All the harvesting of the rose bushes there is finished. Oh, and the watermill generator research is finished. Excellent. Auto doors are next. So let's go ahead and build one of these right now. Oh, we need 280 wood. Oh, snap! And obviously we don't have it. It's a huge problem. So we need to chop some wood right away. Actually, that's so bad it makes me want to try to research tree sewing rather than... Nah, auto doors are important. We'll go for the auto doors. Cargo pods. What do we got? We got some hyperweave. Ooh, that's hard to get. You can build some high quality clothing with hyperweave. It flexes freely most of the time. It stiffens to absorb blows as they land and is incredibly difficult to break. The secrets of its production are known only to the most advanced glitter world cultures. Nanofibers woven into sheets molecule by molecule using specialized production mechanites. Yeah, it's pretty cool. And they're going to go get hauled away. And we have some ship chunks lying around we can get some components out of as well, plus some steel. Well, I think we're going to call that an episode here. Thank you all so much for watching. Hopefully this hasn't been too slow and boring for people. It will pick up in the future, I assure you. But in the meantime, I hope I will see you again next time. So long and good night.